has the best skate community in Colorado. Every other park it feels really hostile when you're there, or it feels just straight up dead. And B-Gate's just a really good vibe. There's always people skating, and everyone's always just having a good time.
I'd always hear of B-Gate, but I never really went to the park because going to new parks was kind of different for me because I was just so used to skating this one park. I met a lot of cool people. I didn't have a lot of people to skate with when I first started, so I met a lot of cool friends.
I discovered B-Gate when I was 5 years old because my dad used to skate here when he was growing up, and I wanted a scooter.
A lot of things made me want to start skateboarding, but mainly it was just growing up in a house where there was a lot of athletes and I couldn't really fit in, but skateboarding gave me that thing I could use to be the outlet.
Go, baby, oh! So my mom was deployed at the time and I lived with my dad and I didn't really have anything to do. He wasn't very entertaining. So I kind of just I was scrolling on Instagram and I just saw these girls skating and I was I want to try that. And so I told my mom, I asked my mama for a skateboard and she got one for me. I just let out a lot of steam and just emotion when I skateboard, and it just lets me be myself.
My whole family sort of were just skateboarders growing up, and I really wanted to be like them because I thought it was creative and cool, so I started skateboarding. Skateboarding has I feel it has made me more humble and has made me choose better decisions, because I could be inside right now playing video games, but instead I'm outside hanging out with my friends and skating.
Skate culture is super complicated nowadays because skateboarding's bigger than it's ever been. So you have pretty much the basic distinction of skaters and people who skate. Skaters are like me and Nate and everyone else that's being interviewed. They skate and they love it. They do it with a passion. People who skate are people that get a board and think it's cool, or just think the culture's cool. You know, there's a really big difference. And other than that, in actual skateboarding, there's just so many different parts. There's just the underground skateboarding, which is super beautiful and super raw. Then there's the really commercial industrial owned skateboarding companies that just kind of own people sometimes and do a lot of media. So it's kind of just that nowadays.
I feel there's a lot more female skaters nowadays, and it's really cool to see. Being a female in the skateboarding community is really different, but it's also really fun because I get a lot of confidence from it. And you can meet a bunch of I meet a bunch of cool girls. There's a difference between girls that come to the skate park and just sit there for attention and girls who actually skate. But I love seeing girls try to get on a skateboard. It makes me feel not alone.
The skate culture to me is you can do whatever you want, and you're gonna have your homies with you no matter what, and it's just so independent, and I like that a lot. B-Gate, it's my second home. I've met 90% of my friends through skateboarding.
5-10 years ago, the big thing was just to send really big stuff, big rails, big stuff. The bigger it is, the cooler, you know? And they used to come to the park with paintball guns, frozen paintballs, and if you didn't land your trick, too bad, so sad, you're getting popped. But nowadays it's a lot more supportive, and there's a lot more younger people skating now, so the competition isn't as high.
If I never started skateboarding, I feel I would not be in a good place. I don't know. I feel I would probably be bored all the time, too much in my head. Definitely happy I have skateboarding.
I think a lot more people should start skateboarding. I mean, it's cheaper than football, you know, and you meet a lot you meet a lot of different people, and a lot of like, you get to go to a lot of places too. I think anyone can learn skateboarding at any age because, I mean, there's not really like, I don't know. I mean, there's no like really like age like limit.
I think that everyone who should come into skateboarding should look at it like it's just like they should just try to like understand the sport before like trying to like use it to be cool or like stuff like that. Or like it's not always just to be cool. Sometimes it's just like they don't really understand it, but I feel like people who skateboard, like yes, please start skateboarding, but just try to understand the culture. For life, 4017.